Why don't you just talk a little bit about the game on Saturday? Obviously, broke the assist record, and I guess for you, I mean, was that on your mind at all? Did you know that you were kind of getting closer to towards the record, or did that kind of sneak up on you a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I hadn't really thought about it a lot. I kind of had an idea of how many away I was, and I figured it was kind of out of reach for that game at least. And as the game kept going, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost track and didn't really think about it too much. And the game was close enough where we were thinking about other things. So I came off the sideline and. Reeves came up to me and was like, I think you were pretty close, and I think she was texting you, Patrick, and she was like trying to figure out whether I got it or not. So that's kind of how I found out. But yeah, it was a great team win, and the fact that Peyton had 7 goals, was obviously super impressive and made my life really easy.
Yeah, it's easy to lose track because you and Peyton are just back and forth the entire time. How much of y'all's connection goes into this? Because I know you guys are clearly pretty good friends off the field too.
Yeah, a lot of it. It's just playing together for 4 or 5 years now at this point, and building that chemistry, and like you said, spending all the time off the field as well. And that was kind of the cool thing about last year, was having that connection with him and Xander off the field, and seeing it creep onto the field. So being able to continue that into this year and do it one last time with him has been pretty special.
Yeah, and you guys are obviously the older guys on the team, so how do you kind of teach that, show guys the bond really matters to the younger guys on the team?
Yeah, I think it starts with our culture and the culture that Coach Tiffany's created already. But yeah, it's just trying to bring those guys along and show them that all those extra things matter. And a lot of the guys that we have that are younger are so mature anyway, and just love being around each other. So we don't have to do too much of that. But guys like McCabe and some of these younger guys are latching on and creating their own culture pretty quickly.
Yeah, and so you guys obviously will go up to Maryland on Saturday. Was a heartbreaker here last year, but how do you prepare for a team as talented as they are, especially when they are returning so many guys?
Yeah, Maryland's always a tough one. It's gonna be physical, it's gonna be fast. They're probably they probably are the most prepared team that we play all year. So they kind of know you better than you know yourself. So you always have to be super prepared and detailed throughout the week, and then kind of just have to go out there and cut it loose on Saturday.
Sorry, you go.
No, you go.
I would just ask, does starting quicker at all, is that something maybe you guys are aiming for on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. I think just with the way the last 3 games against Maryland have gone, it would definitely be nice to start quick and get a little bit of that confidence in. Maybe one of the benefits of this year is we have a lot of new guys that haven't been a part of the last 3 or 4 matchups with Maryland, so they don't really know any better. But yeah, just having that confidence and starting quick and getting a lead would definitely be nice.
How is this offense specifically different or similar to the other offenses you played with in your time here?
Yeah, I think it is very similar to what Coach Kerwin's run here in the past, and some of the personnel and skill sets are definitely similar as well. But Coach Cassis has been able to put his own little spin on it a little bit. I think just the amount of focus that Peyton's been getting within our offense has been awesome, and I think you're able to see that just the amount of goals he's scoring. Guys are finding different ways to get him the ball, which is awesome. A lot of different guys are playing, so a bunch of different guys have been able to step up so far, and I think you're able to see the balance of we've had this in years past as well, but based on what teams are trying to do to us, Michigan wasn't trying to slide as much, so guys, we didn't have as many assisted goals, where this past week we had a bunch of assisted goals against Towson as they were sliding more, so just being able to adapt to what teams are doing.
This being your last dance, sort of in a way, how much does that come into your mind?
Yeah, it's weird to think about only having another 2 months or so here at UVA, and I think you definitely have a greater appreciation for every day, and a lot of gratitude for just being able to be out here and doing all the little things with the guys. But yeah, it creates a different level of urgency. Every game feels like the most important game of the year, and there's obviously no better way than to go out on top. So I think that's on the top of all the minds of the guys that are leaving.
Is there a moment you look at or something specific that you think about that you'll remember above everything else from your time here?
Yeah, I think the easy one is probably just the national championship, and hopefully we'll top that moment with another one this year.
Going back to the assist record, now that you've had some time to kind of reflect on it, you kind of look at the names in that list, and to see your name at the top there, what does that mean to you? And as you reflect on it, is that something you ever could have envisioned, when you first got here?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty crazy to think about, and just being at UVA and being part of such a historic program, and to be able to set a record like that, I think it honestly says a lot about just the guys that I've been able to play with. I've been coached by, some of the best coaches in the country. I've been able to play with, Payne Cormier, who set the UVA all-time record, Sander Dixon, who set the single-season goal record. So they've made my life really easy, and it really is just a product of the coaches and the guys around me that I've been able to play with.
And how about the second half there, particularly in the third quarter against Towson? Maybe too close for comfort in the first half, but then kind of exploded there in the second to eventually get a 9-goal lead. What did Coach Cassis or Coach Tiffany say in the at halftime that sparked that scoring run?
Yeah, I'm not sure if anything had to be said. I just think it was a little bit of more urgency was required. Maybe a little bit of spring break fatigue, playing Hopkins, then Robert Morris back to back, and guys just a little exhausted and just having to wake up a little bit. And our defense really set the tone there in that third quarter, not giving up many goals. We started to win some more face-offs, and they allowed us to have the ball a lot in the third quarter, which helped us get into a rhythm.